There's not much to see in LeLoup, Kansas, but it does have kind of an interesting story of how it got its name. I'm here on the railroad, and that's why this community started. And it was called Ferguson at the time, and from 1870 to 1879. And in 1879, there was a French traveler got off here and saw a coyote and mistook it for a wolf and said LeLoup, which is French for the wolf. And so somebody heard it, and they decided to rename the town LeLoup after the wolf that this guy thought he saw. So kind of funny. Had a post office for like 84 years. There's not much to find here anymore in terms of old buildings. There's community, there's new houses for the most part, a couple just kind of older buildings, but nothing much to see. But yeah, kind of a funny story to how a town got its name. Homewood used to have about 100 people, and now today it's still got several homes, but it does have quite a few older buildings. I'm sitting here in front of the school from 1906, and it's pretty neat to look at. There's obviously some playground equipment still, so a nice historic school. It was on the railroad, had a post office until the mid 1950s, so quite a good community for 80 years, 70, 80 years. Right on the kind of, it's on old US 50, so not the current US 50 that you would think of today. That's the big expressway, but it's the old, original US 50. And so obviously that started in the 1920s. I'm sure that helped Homewood survive for a little while, but then when the highway was built, Homewood was bypassed and certainly lost its luster. So a couple interesting places to see, and still a few people living here. Just southeast of Homewood is St. John's Cemetery, and there used to be a church here from 1885 to 1915, right here where the cemetery was located. And it's a nice cemetery. If you're near Homewood, it would certainly be something you'd want to check out while you're in the area. And then I noticed on my map there was a middle town with a dot, and so I went and checked it out. And it's right on John Brown Road, famous name in this part of Kansas. When I got there, it's just an empty intersection, except right there in the distance, there's an M on the ground. I'm assuming that's for Middletown, and a strange landmark. I didn't know anything about this. I looked it up online, and it didn't appear there was much information online either. So maybe somebody out there knows what it is and can put it in the comments. Just down the road on old US 50 is Agricola, and kind of interesting. Looking around now, there's not much here. It used to be on the railroad, and it was actually called Hardpan for a year in 1875 until about a year later, and it was changed to Agricola. Had about 100 people in the early 1900s, and was a town like Homewood along here, and has died out. And now it's kind of strange. It's got a couple houses. There's one across the street, but then there's maybe two in the little community, and then a lot of kind of like cars in the weeds and trucks, and a couple abandoned places. It's very strange, a little bit eerie to explore, and even the Agricola sign is kind of turning sideways, almost like it's ready to be forgotten.